In three, two, one. Yo, everyone, you're listening to Filmmaker Mike and the boys. Joining me for his birthday episode is the one and only Pinhead.
What's up?
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I can't wait to hear that Black Adam tea.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so it's Filmmaker Mike and Pinhead for this episode. Um, we wish Kuya and Jester well. But we're gonna kick things off with Black Adam. My review of Black Adam. I guess we're gonna go full spoilers for this one because I'm assuming by the time this uploads, most people who wanted to see it have already seen it. And if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want to hear the spoilers, well, I will suggest perhaps pausing this or skipping ahead to Pinhead's album reviews. So anyway, got to see Black Adam yesterday, October 21st, at 10 a.m. It's been a while since I saw a movie that early.
Yeah, I
But
was gonna say that was pretty early when you were telling me. So
yeah, because my kids are with us this weekend. My parents are in Vegas. They're out of town, so
Ooh.
we figured while we dropped off the kids at school yesterday, and I figured, you know what, we can catch the earliest screening of Black Adam that was available was 10 a.m. at the Galaxy Theaters in Sparks, and so I checked it, and it was a DFX screening. So I
Oh,
think,
that's nice.
and
That's nice.
it sounded and looked great.
So
Um,
Julie saw it too then.
Yes, she watched it with me.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm the one who knows a lot about Black Adam and most of the characters like Doctor Fate, Hawkman, and Atom Smasher and Cyclone. So she went in completely blind, not knowing anything other than that, the movie stars The Rock. She is familiar with Noah Centineo, who plays Atom Smasher. Um, but other than that, yeah, she went in blind. Um, she enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's not by any means a perfect movie. There's a few things that I noticed, but I just thought, you know what, just go with the ride, enjoy. That's what I'm there to see anyway, right? I'm there to enjoy a movie, to be entertained, and I was entertained from start to finish, especially with that mid-credit scene, which was I gotta tell you, I
I,
I went in hoping to be entertained by the movie, and I was really entertained by the movie. There was several moments in the film that I was just like gushing as a DC fanboy because I was like, they got a lot of things right. Uh,
yeah.
and that was a treat. But it's nice when you have a great dinner or a great meal, and then you top it off with a fantastic dessert with that mid-credit scene of Henry Cavill returning as Superman, confronting Black Adam himself.
So
Uh,
we actually got the Superman, not that off in the distance.
no, yeah, we actually
We
got
actually
him.
got a full frontal nudity, Superman
Yes,
cameo. Huh?
yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
yeah.
and the fact that I guess we just found out this week that that scene with Henry Cavill as Superman with Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, that was just shot in September.
That's
So
crazy.
very recently, they were able to finally arrange a deal, and David Zaslav, I'm assuming, and the new DC executives at Warner Brothers gave them the green light because good news, great news for the fans who have been wanting to see a certain Walter Hamada leave. He has finally exited Warner Brothers Studios as the last DC executive
Kick rocks, bitch.
at Warner Brothers. Yeah, so with Walter,
Man of Steel 2. Man of Steel 2. Yeah, let's
now it's
go.
possible. So I'm gonna stray off a little bit before I really get into the Black Adam review, but just to give everyone a heads up, if you're not familiar with Walter Hamada, he's actually credited as one of the producers for Black Adam because he was still active when they were filming this movie. He was still there. But Walter Hamada is the guy who basically uh, Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg in Zack Snyder's Justice League, had a lot of accusations towards, who basically was in cahoots with Joss Whedon for that Justice League cut. And Ray Fisher said he would not want to come back as long as Walter Hamada is working for Warner Brothers. And well, he's gone now. So hopefully, if David Zaslav and crew at Warner Brothers, really want, and it looks like they have a plan. There's a plan for a Henry Cavill Superman movie in development right now, in early stages of development. Um, there's Wonder Woman 3 that's also in early development. And I guess James Gunn is getting another top secret DC, project. We don't know what that is yet, but it looks like they have stuff in line. But you know what? There's still a certain guy I'm still waiting for.
Not to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
Kuya asked if the email was sent.
Oh, okay. Oh, so is Kuya joining us?
I don't know. He just sent in the messenger.
Okay.
Sorry, I had
Okay.
to bring that
Oh,
up.
no, you're good. You're good.
Because if he's in, I want to, because if he's in, if he can come in, I want to hear his opinion on the Slipknot album as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So now I'm gonna send the email real quick because I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to join.
Neither did I. He didn't say nothing. So sorry,
now,
guys. I had to do it. I had to do it.
No, you're good. You're good. So now I sent it. So now he's gonna be joining us. So yeah. Anyway, with Walter
see that sexy face.
Yeah, with Walter Hamada gone, there is now a better chance of not just Ray Fisher returning, but hopefully Zack Snyder as well. And the fans want to see Justice League 2 and 3. They want to see that story continued.
Well, we also want to before we as they say, cart the horse before whatever. We'd also like to get the long anticipated, I don't know, Man of Steel sequel. You can call it whatever you want, but please, can we get a Henry Cavill Superman sequel? We even the naysayers who try and pretend they don't like it enjoyed the. Can we get a sequel, please?
Yeah, so he
is the epitome of Superman since Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, so that's the one.
Can we do it?
That's the one that's in active development. They're essentially calling it Man of Steel 2. They have not announced the director yet, but it is most because remember the essentially the Black Superman movies that they were going to make. Those have been scrapped. Those have been scrapped. Not happening. There is
Batgirl.
And now that I think of it, it really was a smart move because if the quality wasn't there, DC's brand right now, let's be honest, it's not like Marvel's brand, where now Marvel can mess up, but their brand is a little bit more, I guess, indestructible in a sense. Because they've already established that brand that people know that Marvel, for the most part, is delivers.
And it's also unfair because DC has been in disarray for almost a decade now. Marvel has always had that person to push the flagship forward, even in their mediocre. They've had Kevin.
Right.
DC has never had a Kevin. There's been multiple Kevins. Like, you could have had a Kevin with Zach, but you threw that into the fucking rubbish bin. There's never been in DC's offense or defense. They've never had a Kevin Feige, never, ever.
Right. Which they've tried to find someone, but I guess that guy didn't work out. So now they're still continuing to, to steer ahead, but they don't have that figure to lead them yet. The very obvious choice would be Zack Snyder because the guy has a plan, whether they like it or not. I've said this many times before. The guy had a 5-film plan: Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, Justice League 2 and 3. Now, and with all those characters and all those storylines, call it as you will, he had something set. He had a plan, and he still does. He's already mentioned those the old storyboards of Justice League 2 and 3 and the story ideas that they presented at an exhibit last year when they to coincide with the release of the Snyder Cut. Those are now they now have a new storyline and new storyboards, so they wanted to just share that. And he
Yeah.
basically wanted to let everyone know, like, this is my plan. This was my plan. I still have a story laid out. He's just waiting for the call. So hopefully that does happen sooner or later. But yes, the Henry Cavill Man of Steel sequel is officially in early development. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. And the film is being produced by Charles Roven, who worked on the first Man of Steel. So that is a good thing, is a very good sign. I'm hoping that Charles Roven can get Zack Snyder back. I mean, everyone's saying like, oh, we should get a new director. Christopher McQuarrie, who directed the Mission Impossible films, has expressed interest, but nothing official has been announced. But what I would really like to see is Zack Snyder come back, do another Man of Steel sequel, do Justice League 2 and 3. Of course, when that happens, you're going to have the Snyder haters who are going to like erupt and blow their panties and, rip their shit because they're going to be like, no, he can't. He doesn't understand DC characters.
They Grace Randolph will be the first of the line for sure,
Yeah, and they're gonna say like, not my dad, not my Superman, not my Batman. My Batman doesn't kill, all that stuff, But and yet, to this day, we are enjoying Jason Momoa's Aquaman, who was cast by Zack Snyder and his wife and that crew. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. I mean, Wonder Woman 84 wasn't the best, but hey, everyone still loves Wonder Woman. Everyone still loves Gal Gadot. I mean,
yeah, everyone still loves her as Wonder Woman. Like, even with the missteps, people still love. Like, even the haters are like, we still love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She's amazing.
Exactly. So, and then get this: sequel to the Flash is already being planned, and it's already being written by the Aquaman 2 screenwriter. David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. What a name. He's already penned the reported sequel script. And I'm just like, wow, so is Ezra going to get this gig again or what? Like, bro.
Weren't they recasting Ezra?
I mean, that you would think that's the most obvious choice, right? Especially
the Ultra Flashpoint, eradicating him off the face of the planet.
I mean, who knows? And that's the thing. Will he get jail time or will he not? If the Flash makes $1 billion, you think Warner Brothers is gonna be like, made $1 billion, we could use him again.
Grant's just sitting there going, put me in my Nikes. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, there's Grant Gustin, and supposedly there's other actors that they're potentially could be the new Flash, but nothing official yet. What else? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the works. But yeah, anyway, back to Black Adam. Again, I really enjoyed the movie from start to finish. The Rock, yes, a lot of people were thinking, oh, he's the same. Dwayne Johnson is The Rock. He plays the same character. Yeah. But I feel like for Black Adam, he didn't necessarily play he didn't just play The Rock. He really embodied the character of Teth Adam, aka Black Adam. I really saw that, and I really felt it. So I really enjoyed that. His opening, his introduction, I thought was fantastic. The action was great. For the most part, the CGI was also looked fantastic. I think the budget for this movie was 195 million. So it's a lot. Yeah. And then supposedly it made around 26 million for Friday, for yesterday, the first day. And it's on track supposedly to hit about 60 plus million for opening weekend, which is still pretty solid. I was hoping that it would hit at least 100, but hey, the thing is that they're saying is with The Rock, like with Jumanji, with that Jumanji sequel, it didn't necessarily open huge, but it had legs. The movie itself had legs over time. What's up, Kuya?
Hello. How's it going?
My boy. Woo!
Good,
Happy
good.
birthday. Happy birthday, Pinhead.
Thank you, boy. I missed you.
I don't know. It's been a while.
I
How's it
know.
going?
It's gone. We're
Did
just
you guys just,
enjoying
just
that.
start right now, or?
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
started.
it's
We
not
just
been too
started.
long.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we just started. Yeah, we weren't sure if you were available, so when you sent the message, it was like, okay, cool, you can join us then.
Yeah, I just had life events that happened today, so.
Gotcha. Gotcha. But yeah, I'm basically talking about Black Adam and
Oh,
The Rock. I was saying, like I said, everyone is saying like, oh, The Rock is going to play The Rock in this movie, like all his other movies. But I didn't feel that way. He really embodied 10th Adam, which I always thought he was going to do anyway. And I kind of like the fact that this didn't happen when it was supposed to originally happen, because he was cast back in 2007. He's a much bigger star now, and he's a much bigger name. He's a household name. It's a bigger household name now than he even was back in 2007. So I think that works to his advantage. But yeah, and especially like, he's not, of course, perhaps, an Oscar-worthy actor, that churns out Oscar-worthy performances. But I think he's also learned a lot with working on a bunch of other films.
I mean, you never know that though, because he might surprise you and all that stuff. Like
Oh yeah,
people that we never thought was gonna win or get nominated for an Oscar got nominated. So.
Right. I mean, eventually, who knows? He may be able to. But what I'm saying is, from 2007 to now, he's worked on a bunch of movies that also gave him a lot of experience to learn, as an actor and as a performer, and also like work with other people.
Yeah. I'm sure his stint as the Tooth Fairy fucking helped him out with Black Adam.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah,
when
like
you
I
have
said,
to deal with Vin Diesel, that should win you an Oscar automatically. So.
There you go.
Now
when it's about family,
I want to see Vin Diesel. Who can Vin Diesel play as a DC character so he can go up against Black Adam?
He can be Lex Luthor for all I care.
There you go.
Or Solomon Grundy. There you go.
Oh my God, Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, because he sounds the same.
Yeah, and he already has so much experience from saying "I am Groot."
At the very worst, let him be a Killer Croc character,
Yep.
But yeah, so
he looks like Killer Croc, so hey, why not?
Yeah. So with Black Adam, with The Rock's performance as Black Adam, I thought he did fantastic. He was exactly what I wanted, how I wanted him to play it, and he.
You were also talking about the box office going into it.
Yeah. So it did make about 26 million yesterday, the first day, Friday. And it's on track supposedly to hit around 60 million for opening weekend.
And I've been hearing it's 90% right now in that beloved tracking site that we have.
So 90% for audience ratings on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It is at 44% for critics reviews. And to that,
we're not surprised about that. So
we're not surprised about it because again, it's a DC movie. DC movies trash.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, you kind of gotta give them not, to be this. Oh, we got to defend them, but you're putting this movie in the very middle of Halloween season. Like that. I don't understand why we did that. I understand that Wakanda Forever, the greatest Marvel movie ever made is coming in a couple of weeks, but you could have kind of done a middle ground. Mm-hmm. You don't do a good job doing this in the middle of Halloween season, especially when us gore hounds, the only time we actually, according to the experts, come out to the theater in droves is during Halloween season. That's a hard sell. So it's amazing that it's doing this good in the midst of Halloween season. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. So they're saying as far as big blockbusters that are out now, I can't recall if there's anything else coming out.
That rom-com with Julia Roberts and
so that's also out right now, and that of course is taking second place for this weekend.
Of course it is. It's old farts are going to see that shit. So
it's Julia Roberts and George Clooney. And hey, actually looks interesting, but I wouldn't want to pay to see it in the theater. I'd want to see it at
I
home.
mean, to be honest with you, white people in paradise, I don't really give a shit about. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but like, I don't care about the adventures of white people in paradise.
So as far as Black
So,
Adam goes, the JSA was cool.
okay.
Aldous Hodge was cool as Hawkman. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
Is it nice?
Fucking tastic. That was spot on casting.
That's what I was most interested in. I was like, yeah, my
He-
boy Goldeneye.
Yeah, he is great. Quintessa Swindell or Swindell.
As Cyclone.
He plays Cyclone. She was also good. And Noah Centineo as Adam Smasher. I only wish they actually had some good character stuff to work with. I only wish that we could have gotten a little bit more of them. But then again, the movie is called Black Adam. And then,
What about my girl with her side character from the L Word, Sasha Shishi, whatever her name is? Like, how was she?
she wasn't bad. She wasn't bad.
I heard some things about the boy.
Yeah, so the boy, I didn't realize it till after, but I was like, yeah, there's some not the best child acting there.
Is it preteen angst?
Not really. Not really
Oh,
preteen
okay.
angst. It's
It's
just
just horrible acting.
It's just horrible child acting. I mean, I wouldn't say horrible. It's
Like
just
like Filipino teledrama
not really.
acting.
Not
Okay.
really.
Worse than that?
It's just okay.
God.
It's passable.
Okay.
I mean, but I feel like they could have gotten a better kid who maybe had a little bit more.
I mean, he probably just looked the part, and then there's like, hey, you know what? Just say a fucking couple of lines.
Or the director, he probably knew the director, Jaume, the director of what's this? Jungle Cruise.
Oh, okay.
God, no.
Directed this.
No.
Yeah, Jaume Collet Serra. Yeah.
That piece of shit.
Yeah, which I'm looking at it now. Jungle Cruise made 221 million. So I'm like,
Hey,
I'm hoping Black
What
Adam
a
does
piece of shit.
at least a comparable amount, But yeah, other than that, the action sequences I thought were great. I really there's a fight scene between Hawkman and Black Adam, and there's a bunch of good slow-mo as well. And for a second, I was thinking like, okay, this is cool, but where's it going? And then something happens where they're basically fighting in the mom and the kids' house or apartment, and then Hawkman smashes into something because they're looking for this crown, and when he smashes into the wall to try to hit Black Adam, he smashes it, and they actually find the crown because of the fight scene. And I was like, that's great, because it wasn't just a flashy fight scene. It actually moved the plot and the story forward. I was like, that's cool. I actually appreciated that.
Wait a minute, not Odela. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I kind of want to see this. She's awesome in Law and Order. She is fantastic as the new replacement in the new Law and Order.
She's the replacement for Mariska Hargitay?
Yes, like in the original Law and Order series, because
okay.
The original, now it's new, but the original Law and Order was rebooted last year, and she's like the side district attorney for the guy that plays Hannibal in plays Edward Norton's character in the Red Dragon.
Red Dragon?
Hannibal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about?
I cannot believe that's her.
Are you talking about Odelia?
Yes, like I didn't connect it until I actually looked up the cat. Oh my God. Now I really want to see it because she's fucking fantastic in Law and Order.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what part she plays in Black Adam, because I can't seem to remember.
I don't care. I love her. She's beautiful and she's fucking a great act. Now
maybe she's
Mike. Thank you. Now I gotta
maybe she was the wife of Death Adam. Maybe.
Possibly, because that's what I was thinking. Like I don't seem to remember her, so she must have a really short screen time. So it must.
God, now I gotta go see a Kitty Rock movie. Hooray!
Yeah, and
I I saw the cast list and I was like, oh no.
No, you're
'Cause
good. You're good.
She's
Oh.
fantastic in Law and Order.
So the movie runs at 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I thought it was a good runtime. The violence at the beginning I thought was cool. We just found out also this week that there is a rated R cut of the film, that they had to cut some scenes because of the
Sure.
violence.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that they would push it more, but perhaps, who knows? I hope that when we get the Blu-ray, we get those deleted scenes, or I don't know if we're gonna rated R cut, but I see
Yeah.
why they have to cater to the PG-13, because it's The Rock. You got to get the kids, you got to get the teens.
But
in
the
there.
You
character
gotta get that
itself,
money.
I don't know, but the character
Yeah.
itself is very brutal. So
Yeah, and you get that at the beginning. You get a lot.
like when
some of
when
it.
he fought the soldiers, right? The
Yes.
little thingy. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Maybe this director got the David Fincher Alien 3 treatment.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I thought it was well done. Again, it's by no means perfect. There's a few things here and there that I noticed, and I'm sure I do want to see it again, though. I want to see it again, second time.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did everybody flip the fuck out at the end?
No one else was flipping the fuck out in the theater. I was quietly. I was fist pumping
Quietly.
because well, I didn't want to like be an asshole,
Right.
because there's a line of dialogue that's being said, and if I screamed, other people wouldn't hear.
You fuck him. You should have just said that. It's about goddamn time.
But The Rock did share a non-spoilery audio reaction recording of I think an audience screening from France, and people were flipping the fuck out in that crowd. So
I saw the one like the day of, like when they released all of these stuff or
Yeah.
these things, like here comes, like the guy was like commentating, here comes.
yeah.
Motherfucker, yeah, fuck yeah, fuck
Yeah.
everybody.
Was he in the
Let's go.
theater?
I thought it was Soups. Like when I saw it, I thought it was Soups because they let's go. I
So
was like, dude, calm down.
Soup's reaction, he had to be carried out by his buddies out of the theater.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh, and get this, he was wearing a Justice League Snyder cut hoodie.
Oh,
I'm like,
so he bought it like what 2 days ago.
Pretty much. I'm like,
I'm sure.
Fuck you. You're wearing a
you.
Snyder Cut hoodie now, and yet you made fun of the Snyder Cut and restored a Snyderverse, and
Yep.
yet now you're let's fucking go for Superman Henry Cavill because
Yep,
he's
there you
Kevin
go.
Feige's sitting in the corner going, "No more fucking premieres for you, you little
Yeah,
bitch."
like this, right? There you go. Fucking
Yeah. But
Matt
again,
Ra-
I was telling
Oh,
Pinhead
and he doesn't want to be called Matt Ramos. He wants to be called Matt Ramos.
Ramos.
Little bastard, dude. I was like, fuck you, dude.
So yeah, I was telling Pinhead, I was hoping to enjoy the movie, which I did. So it was kind of like enjoying a meal and then getting a banging dessert to top it off.
I like that analogy.
That was the icing on the cake. And I do want to see it again, not just for the movie, but for that scene as well.
Yeah.
I kind of wish The Rock didn't just blurt it out like, "Hey, he's in the movie." You could have at least waited until, I don't know, Monday.
The leaks were out already, so he had to do something. Because everybody was talking about it even before he said something.
I guess, and that's the thing, though. Let everyone talk. Let people wonder if it's real or not, and find.
Yeah,
out.
I think it would have been best if The Rock was like, oh, Rock, we heard rumors that like there's a special cameo at the very end. I think so. You guys just have to like purchase a ticket and watch
Exactly. See for yourself.
And see,
right?
and then look at the camera. Look at the camera. Go like this. Where's the eyebrow?
the eyebrow raise.
Yeah, right. If
But
you
see,
smell,
that's why I'm happy, and that's why I'm happy for, especially for someone like you, Mike, because especially someone that is happy about it's the contrast compared to what I got, like we talked about last week with Halloween Ends, where you got a great dinner and a banger dessert. We got a dog's dinner in the dribble bowl. And then we got kicked in the testicles for dessert by our mother for asking us, why are you watching horror films?
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah,
I'm never.
It's-
I'm sorry. I can't help myself, but I'm not going to live it down. Especially after David Gordon Green came out this past week and said, "We knew you guys were going to hate this movie. It was our intention." Really? I want to choke you even more, and then this makes me even sicker that you're going to do the next 3 Exorcist films.
wait. So Pinhead, I heard, and can you confirm this? Like, Michael Myers was only there for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, the whole entire movie.
Well, as a friend, I'll say yes, but you can listen to the next episode whenever Mike drops it. Yes, he's in there. If you're lucky, stretching it out, he's in there for 7.3 minutes.
Oh my god! And this is
and you know, it's interesting.
And a lot of those sequences include, cameos. I guarantee that, I haven't even seen it yet, but Mike can confirm this, but I guarantee the Superman cameo in Black Adam was far longer than what Michael Myers was in the entire Halloween film.
wow.
Well, it's interesting to observe just the social media reaction for Halloween Ends, because it is very divisive, and it is essentially The Last Jedi. Because
No, we already talked about this. It's not The Last Jedi. It's The Rise of Skywalker. The Last Jedi was, whether you enjoyed it or hated it, and I can't believe I have to go on this rant again, but Kuya wasn't. The Last Jedi,
Right.
whether you liked it or hated it, was a coherent film. The Rise of Skywalker was just chimpanzees taking their own fecal matter and throwing shit at the wall and trying to see what sticks.
And
That's
apparently, somehow Palpatine.
That's why I put in the messenger. That's why I put in the messenger. J.J. Abrams and David Gordon Green went to the same writing school, because
Yep.
don't get me started again, please don't, because the shit was grot. On it was Super Saiyan levels of grot.
And my wife said that we're gonna watch it because they were talking about it earlier at dinner. My wife and I are gonna watch Black Adam at the end of the
Okay, there we go. I was
Sunday.
gonna say
next week. So
Nice.
I'll let you guys know what I think about it. I mean,
yeah, I'm interested.
you guys know already what I think about this movie. When I found out about it, when I first saw the trailer, I told you guys I'm gonna like it because he is one of my favorite characters in DC. He's the reason why anti-heroes are anti-heroes for whatever reason, is because he knows in his heart and in his mind that what he's doing is the right thing. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody else, and that's what it is. He wants to protect Kandak, and he by any means necessary. That's what he did, and that's what he's doing in the comic books. So I just want to see it in the movies. So
Yeah. I really like what they did with Kandak and the history, the lore. They spoke the Kandak language, especially in the
nice.
I like what they did with the story also, because they don't give you everything right away. They're showing it to you a little bit, like what really happened in the past. They're not showing it to you what straight up happened. They're slowly piecing it together, which I thought was cool. A cool way of telling the story. But yeah, I was just enamored with this movie. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to see it again.
I know. And did you see Josiah's reaction to it?
Yeah.
Like he remember he when he was talking to us, he's like, I don't even want to watch this.
And that's like he wasn't.
And I was like,
see it.
Bro, just fucking watch the movie. And then now he's like, oh, I love the movie. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What I'm seeing, a lot of people who are seeing the movie are enjoying it. They're really enjoying it, and to think like, okay, where was the energy for
Love and Thunder?
For Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
Because
Love and Thunder sucked. So
but according to fucking that scoreboard that everybody loves to follow, it's highest rated, one of the highest rated things. Blah, blah, blah.
And what bugs me is some of the people that just because Rotten Tomatoes released the score they're already claiming that it sucks,
As
and they haven't seen it for themselves. Again, it goes back to a comparison of someone telling me that they didn't like eating at this restaurant because of a certain dish, you know.
or
When,
some
when
or Yelpers review. So
right, when I haven't tried it myself, I'd like to try it for myself and pay my own money. And if I didn't really enjoy it, then okay, that's my personal experience. Everyone's experience will always differ, you know. So and
Well, and that
everyone's taste is also different.
that's what as we discussed. I don't want to do this again, but that's what we discussed last week. As much as I hate Halloween ends, I still agree that you should experience it.
Right.
I guarantee that you're gonna eat bitter fruit, but experience it for yourself, because no one should go off of IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes or anything we say. If you're listening to this, go see it for yourself. There's nothing more that I hate than people that don't see anything or play a game or listen to an album or watch a movie and go, well, I hate it because Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb or filmmaker Mike and the boys said it. Don't be that brain dead. Don't be that person. Go see it for yourself. And then if you hate it, fine. If you love it, great. But go see it for yourself before. Even when, that's what I loved about Siskel and Ebert, Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, when they were in their prime.
Right.
They were snobs, but they even still set out that point of go at your own risk type of criticism. Now we
Right.
have the new era of critics who are, it's garbage no matter what you, even if you see it, it's still garbage. Like that's a dangerous line of thinking, and
Right.
it's grotesque.
Yeah. You have to form your own opinion, check it out for
Exactly.
yourself, and then because everyone has differing tastes, everyone has differing opinions. So you gotta at
Exactly,
least
because I
experience
still
it.
hear people that are saying Halloween Ends is a masterpiece.
whoa.
So yes, there's a small few, but there's a lot of people that are like, and you know what? I don't agree with them, but they're entitled to their opinions, and they are entitled to like what they like. That's why I said, like Mike said, you have your own taste, but there are people that said this shit is a masterpiece. People that I actually respect. So just go see the film for yourself before you let Rotten Tomatoes spoil the food for you.
Yeah.
At least taste it before you decide. Grandma Bumpkin said it was garbage, you know.
Right. I also want to mention there were a few needle drops that I enjoyed with the music. I thought it was cool. So that was pretty awesome. And then of course you get a few cameos from other characters as
Which
well
one?
in the DC universe, aside from Superman.
Oh,
So,
you're one of our favorite characters, Pinhead. You will absolutely love this
oh
cameo.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
When I found
Spill
out
it,
about
spill
this
it.
character, no, when I found
So
about okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
so it's not Peacemaker himself, but it's Jennifer
No,
Holland, Harcourt, Emilia Harcourt, the girlfriend of James Gunn, or the wife now. Excuse me.
Oh,
So basically, Peacemaker's handler, right on the field, and then of course we
well,
get
it ain't John Cena, so I'm good.
yeah, we also get Viola Davis back as Amanda Waller,
Yep.
and then
Awesome.
Mike,
then
I have a theory that it may make some sense, and
yeah,
I heard a different YouTubers mention it too, in regards to the reason why Amanda Waller is talking a lot of shit.
yeah,
Um, rumors, and this is what I've been hearing. I'm not sure
uh-huh,
if it's true or not, that
okay,
she's gonna be creating the Legion of Doom.
really,
She's gonna be full on bad guy.
wow,
Did
okay,
Soups tell you that, or
No, 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 no. Soups doesn't even know who Amanda Waller is. So
okay,
so
so
this is the reason why, right? Because one, she has task force X, the criminals trying to be good
yes,
guys, whatever. So the little, threaten you, I'm gonna threaten you with the fucking bomb in your head, whatever, that shit doesn't work anymore. So she's just basically recruiting like bad guys. And then all of a sudden they just they turn into a group. So what she's trying to do now with Black Adam is she's trying to recruit him to be part.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it may happen like that, or it may not. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna enjoy it. It doesn't matter. It was just a little theory of mine. Like in Andor, I had this little theory that I want to talk to you about later.
Okay.
That it might villainize me or crucify me or burn me at the stake because I'm gonna say it and I don't give a fuck.
Don't worry,
So-
Kuya. You'll be on the same level as I will when I get to my Slipknot review. One quick question. One quick question, Mike.
Yeah.
Did we get Kevin Conroy as Batman in this one?
No.
I wish.
Okay.
I wish.
I was
At-
reaching, but I tried.
At least like a voice or something, right? At
I
least
was
the voice
hoping.
of
I was hoping.
maybe at the Flashpoint movie. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
that would make the most sense.
in the Flashpoint movie. it would
Fucking
make-
give me George Clooney with the bat nipples, dude. Give me Arnold Schwarzenegger.
give me
Mr.
Val
Freeze.
Kilmer and his like.
That's the way to do it.
Decrepit
So
side,
I'll
whatever.
make a compromise. Give me George Clooney's bat nipples with Val Kilmer's voice. You know, you can drive through. You can drive through.
Like he actually doesn't even need to deepen his voice in it because that's how Val Kilmer sounds now.
There we go. I'll get drive through.
So I do want to mention.
Who's the better pilot?
I do want to mention when Hawkman mentioned nth metal, I fucking geeked out. I
Wow.
was like, holy shit!
He actually said nth, or did he say
Nth
nth?
metal.
Wow.
He
Okay.
actually
Cool.
said it. So when I heard that shit, I was like, what the fuck?
Some people don't pronounce it as ninth or ninth. And I'm like, oh, what? No, it's nth.
He said nth metal. Yep.
Okay.
So for those of us that aren't in the initiated, what's nymphomaniac metal?
It's the vibranium / adamantium of the DC universe.
So it is, it's native to
Whoa.
Thanagar, which is the home planet of Hawkman.
Okay.
It possesses magical abilities and
Yeah,
shit like
it's
that.
special metal with gravity negating effects.
That makes him fly.
And
Okay.
that's what his ship
So that's where he gets his powers from, or
that's what his ship is made out of.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm
I got
assuming
you.
his armor and his wings.
I was gonna say, is that where his armor, his wings, and his bash
For the most part,
hammers from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And then I
Thank
mean,
you.
that was pretty cool. He essentially Hawkman is filthy rich. He has his own X mansion.
No, I saw.
The fucking thing opens up and
Wait.
back
That's not
courtyard.
Dr. Fate's mansion.
Huh?
That's not Dr. Fate's mansion. I thought that was Dr.
No,
Fate's mansion.
that's Hawkman's mansion.
Holy shit!
He's
Okay.
loaded.
Oh,
He's
wow.
loaded.
Oh,
He even
wow.
has a white ass butler, and I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
They're woke. There you go. Fuck
No,
it, like
his butler picks up Dr. Fate.
oh.
Yeah.
It's our turn, bitch.
They
So
call
I
him
was like,
Jeeves.
wow.
Call him
Okay.
Jeeves. Come here, Jeeves.
Okay. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I just want talking about the movie. I want to see it again. I may see it 2 more
You're pissing
times.
me off, Mike, because now I want to see it.
It's fun. I mean, again, there's especially in the third act, there's a few things there that I was like, I'm sure when I see it a second time, I'm gonna bump into, but whatever. I mean, it's fucking Black Adam, it's Dr. Fate and Hawkman. What I'm really excited about now, because they did show, we caught only a few trailers because we were running late essentially. Because we had to grab some Robertos,
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
Well, Julie was like, "I'm hungry. I want breakfast," and I'm like, "You want McDonald's? You want something
No.
fast?" And she's like,
Nah,
I want,
Roberto's, bitch.
because I
want
get
breakfast. I don't want McDonald's.
I get the California burrito at Roberto's. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I want your burrito," and I'm like, "Fucking A, okay."
Mike,
So we had to
Mike.
make a detour.
No, Mike. Before we say anything else, I think
Yeah.
she was trying to tell you something.
Yeah, she
She
wanted.
wanted your burrito.
She wanted the burrito Cali style.
Like I said, she wanted your burrito.
So we got our California burritos.
Fucking
And-
cool, yeah.
And then we headed to the theater. So by the time we got there, they were already playing. And I must say, I was very impressed with the elderly gentleman that checked us in, because when he scanned my app, I was like, "Where's my physical ticket?" They didn't even print out tickets anymore. I'm like, I want my ticket. I want to tag The Rock so he can retweet my tweet and make me famous like Soups, But whatever.
Going to see Black Adam, son.
Yeah. So the elderly gentleman, he was even saying like, stay for the mid credits because there's something there. And of course, I already knew that there was something there. But it's nice. It's nice that he's saying that for everyone who's going to see the movie.
No, but like you should have told him when you started yelling at him. Thanks for spoiling it, old man. Fuck you.
No, I should have told him. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I fucking am? I've only been fucking waiting for a Man of Steel sequel and Henry fucking Cavill to come. No, I was kidding.
Then he would have went, calm down, Stoops. Calm down.
Yeah, and then security would have called me. He would have called security. But I told Julie, like, that's really nice that he's doing that for everyone who may not be aware that there's something in the mid credits.
Yeah, because there's still idiots that leave immediately after the credits start rolling.
Right.
I don't know why people do that. No, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, it still happens. So there you go.
No, the fat dude with glasses at Century Media in Reno when I was there, he did that too. He's like, make sure you stay for that amazing end credit sequence. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but you'll love it. I'm like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
He would also tell me like, when I would watch a movie that
We're looking out,
this movie's gonna be shit, but enjoy.
Yeah. Well, he was when we were done with the movie, he was asking us how we enjoyed it, because he was even saying like the critics didn't seem to like it, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Hey, you know what? I think he's a Warner Brother executive portraying a fucking ticket holder.
Undercover boss.
Yeah, undercover boss. You know what I'm saying?
It's Zaslav's mole.
Are you sure he's not Zaslav? Because he's like, he's like, oh, I've been hearing about this fucking podcast in Reno, like with filmmaker Mike. I'm gonna check to see if he's in Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah, because David Zaslav would go all the way to butt Reno.
You never know what this motherfucker is gonna do, because right now anything and everything in the book is open. This motherfucker said,
just have a fucking sit down and let me tell you why you need to get Zack fucking Snyder back officially in the DC universe to direct that Man of Steel sequel. Because Charles Roven, the same producer of the first Man of Steel, is back for this one, supposedly. So why not get Zack Snyder and piss off the fan fucking boys who keep saying, Zack Snyder doesn't know Superman. He doesn't understand the character. Well, fucking bring him back for a sequel and watch that movie make $1 billion. Bring Brainiac in that shit.
Yeah, give us Brainiac. That's all we fucking want.
Give us fucking Brainiac.
Give us a little bit more of Krypton. God damn it! That the first 10 minutes of Man of Steel was excellent.
Fucking bring back fucking Russell Crowe and give us like another Krypton.
He got tainted because of fucking.
That's why fucking restore that shit, because he like fucking walking down with his mini skirt as Zeus. Like, what the fuck was this shit? I'm like, holy fuck, bro, how the mighty have fallen. I know you might want to make your Marvel paycheck, but holy shit, man. Really? Did Taika give you a nice blowjay with that as well? Like, yeah, damn. Holy shit, dude. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the future of where this is going. Black Adam versus Superman. I'd really like to see Black Adam interact with Shazam as well. The Shazamily. I want to see him interact with kids.
I think it's gonna happen.
Part of what Black Adam is pissed off about Shazam is that this kid and these fucking kids don't deserve this fucking power. Like, how the hell do they get their power when they're fucking kids? Like they're little shits. So I think that would essentially. In that animated Black Adam Superman Shazam movie, Black Adam's pissed off because why does this kid
why did the wizard give it to a child? That's what
right.
A child.
Oh yes, and we do get more Djimon Hounsou as the wizard, which I always love. So
man, Digimon is awesome.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
and that's
Did
what I
you
love
guys-
about it. It connects the the Shazam movie, and I'm hoping in Shazam: Fury of the Gods we get some kind of cameo with maybe at the end of Black Adam meeting
Never know, Mike.
Shazam. They have to.
Anything can
have to.
happen, Mike.
Right, they have to connect the shit. Connect the shit like Lego bricks. It's fucking time. Let's fucking go. And all these people are like, "Oh, DC,
Oh.
DC needs to be like Marvel. They're trying so hard."
No, they're not. They're
This is-
they're doing the thing that they were supposed to be doing.
And The Rock himself said, "We're not taking a bite out of the apple of Marvel. We're taking
Yep.
our own apple and doing our own thing."
Yeah,
And for that I say, fuck yes, because DC does need to do their own thing.
that's
have to play catch
that's
up.
the best that's the most respect I've ever given Dwayne Johnson for saying that shit.
And that's why after seeing this movie, I have so much more respect for The Rock. He is really a fan of DC. He's really a fan of Black Adam from the get-go. As a brown kid, he saw this brown character and he always thought he could play this character. And dreams do come true. So thank you, Dwayne Johnson. I know he's probably not going to hear this, and $7 Productions, they worked their fucking ass off to make this happen and to bring back Henry Cavill. I mean, the fact that Walter Hamada did not want Henry Cavill to reappear as Superman.
Hey, speaking of Walter Hamada,
Yeah.
bye, bitch.
Where you at, bitch? Where you at? You don't even get an executive producing whatever goodbye from Warner Brothers. Fuck you. You're fucking out of there. That shit. Enough with that bullshit.
By the way, real quick, I don't know if we saw my birthday.
Ooh, look at that
I got-
shirt.
Ooh,
My
Star
birthday.
Wars.
That's my birthday shirt. So
Nice.
Space Wizards, nice.
So yeah, in closing, my Black Adam rating, I give it a 5 out of 5 because 5 out of 5 lightning bolts.
5 out of 5. Fuck you, Walter Hamadas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think of it like when I watch it next week. So
I forgot who mentioned it would be. I think it was. I've been listening to a lot of what's his name?
Oops.
Grace Randolph's favorite adversary.
Oh God. John
Campia. John Campia.
Mm.
Because I actually enjoy their podcast. I like the show. And he was mentioning, or one of his buddies on the podcast was mentioning that they're eventually they have to set up a Justice League versus a Justice Society, and I was like, "Fuck, that sounds good." I want to
That
see.
would be awesome.
I want to see Wonder Woman try to go against Black Adam. That'd be fucking awesome. And then back to your. Real quick, Kuya, back to your theory of Amanda Waller wanting Black Adam.
be a part of Legion of Doom.
Not sure how that will work because at the end of the film, with what she tells him, yeah,
He
without
knows people.
spoiling too much.
No, but she said like she knows like whatever, like she has whatever. She knows people or someone owes her a favor or whatever.
Right, she can call him a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be whatever. I mean, but I'm just saying again,
Right.
these are the little things that little nuggets of like inspiration that like gets thrown in the universe.
Which is cool because you know what, Joe Manganiello, Deathstroke, hello, Jesse Eisenberg, they were setting it up right there at the end of that was the end of was it Justice? That was
Yeah, it was Justice.
Yeah, where Lex Luthor is free. He has Deathstroke come aboard his private yacht with a bottle of, I forgot what the fucking rich people drink.
Juice.
Huh?
Juice.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, why not? Why not? Make it happen, Captain. So moving on real quick, before we get to Pinhead's album reviews, I wanted to ask, before we forget, Andor. We just had episode 7,
Mhm.
which I thought was fantastic with more world building. Fucking Mon Mothma. I would never have thought like fucking Mon Mothma and what's her name? Harry Potter's auntie.
Yeah.
Everyone is just firing on all cylinders in this episode. Andor goes back to his home. and I thought he was gonna get it on with Bix, and then but no, not yet, not yet, not yet.
No, not
He
yet.
has to get some before he dies later on, right? I mean, you
Why not?
gotta have to
Let's
make it
talk
sex,
about it. Let's talk about it.
right?
Why not?
But yeah, I thought it was is a great episode. And then what was that? Yeah, the whole ISB, and the director of the ISB basically telling everyone like, I just spoke to Emperor Palpatine. We're now enforcing everything. Going to be stricter, harsher punishments and all these things. We can't let the rebels get away with this. All that shit. And so it was really fascinating how they're reacting to everything. So Kuya, go ahead. Go
And it
ahead
was
with
planned.
with
It
what
was
you
planned, right?
Huh?
And it was planned. Luthen
Right.
said like we were expecting them to react this way because.
Yes.
So I told you guys when I first heard about Andor, I didn't want to see it. I didn't want it. It's a waste of time. Mike, remember that when we were talking about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I don't really give a shit about Andor, like whatever. I mean, Rogue One was great. I don't give a shit about Andor. I am so fucking glad. I'm so happy that I was completely wrong with what my assumption was.
Yeah.
This is by far the most enjoyment I've had watching Star Wars since since Star Wars. I actually
Since Book of Boba.
the no like Book of Boba. It was okay, but like I was pleasantly surprised, but it was okay. Like this is the stuff that I was talking to you guys about, like expanding the Star Wars universe outside of the Skywalker saga. Although this is still part of the Skywalker saga per se, it, we're talking about like the outside stuff, like the stuff
Right.
that it shouldn't really matter in the canon of the movies and whatnot.
Right.
And I fucking love it. Every single like minute of it. It's just because for me, this is what what the universe need. This is what the Star Wars universe needs, is like explanations on why how this and that happened, not just because the Empire happened. Were there any did everybody say 100%, oh, I'm okay, I agree 100% with the Emperor, the Jedi suck, blah blah blah? No, there was always pockets of like people are like who still supports the Jedi, who still supports the good things and all that stuff. So the people that we thought were the bad guys before are actually the good guys, or the bad guys, or the whatever. So these are the things that we're thinking about now.
Right.
And Andor, the show is showing it like piece by piece, like it's unveiling it piece by piece, and I absolutely love it. Like I don't care like when people were talking about how slow the pace was. Not to me. To me, it was great. It was great, like on how, even though there was a rebellion, that people agreed that they're going to help each other out, there was still a little bit of undermining shit, like people were actually thinking of like stealing the fucking money that they got for the rebellion.
Right.
So was Andor right in killing Skeen? I don't know. Maybe he was testing him at the very end, like at the very end, right? Or maybe he was right, but Andor didn't want to take that chance.
Right.
So this is uh, like world building by using the characters and deepening the characters, and making them more relevant to the story is what makes Andor so good. Um, this little theory of mine involves Luthen, and I'm sure a lot of people are fucking gonna hate me, Mike included, maybe Jester. It's kind of blasphemous.
Spill it. And I'll tell
Yeah, spill it.
The reason
We're all family here.
the reason Luthen is very involved in this rebellion, or this whatever thing is because he is related to somebody who was part of part of the Jedi. And, I'm thinking he might be related to Obi-Wan, as a brother, as a cousin, as a whatever, something like that. He could
Mhm.
be related to one of the other Jedi's. He could be related to one of the younglings who is like he was a father, and
Mhm.
this is what happened. For him to be hard pressed and hard lined against the fucking Empire. I've never seen that unless he's involved, in a personal matter.
Right.
So I'm hoping that that's the route that they're gonna go with, not because like, oh, you just want to cause, you just want to start shit because whatever. I hope it's something romantic like that, because that's what Star Wars needs. It's something to tie in some of the other things. So again, my shot in the dark thing is he's related to somebody famous, like in the Jedi temple somewhere,
Uh-huh.
like just related. Maybe it could be one of the masters. It could be a teacher. Could be married to one of the whatever. Could be whatever. Could be the father of one of the younglings. One of
He's the father
the
of
bun-
Grogu, of Baby Yoda.
No, come on, man.
Why not?
Humanoid,
Why not? Oh,
humanoid.
he could have had sex with Yaddle, and there you go.
Mm, I don't know about that, but okay.
So it's interesting that you mentioned that, because if he is related to, well, you remember in Obi-Wan Kenobi, in that little series, Obi-Wan mentioned that he remembers glimpses of a brother. And when Obi-Wan said that, everyone was like, Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan has a fucking brother out there somewhere. He must be force sensitive, or maybe not. Who
Maybe
knows?
not. But where the fuck did he get the kyber crystal? Because only Jedi's know where to get the kyber crystal.
Well, on Jeddah, they were just mining it. Remember, they were
Yeah,
they
but
were, they were taking it
but he
out.
could have said, because he could have said like, oh, I got it from Jeddah.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
But again, this is just my brain thinking
Right,
things like
right.
this, just because like I want it to be a certain way. But if that doesn't happen, I won't be distraught
Butthurt.
or yeah
Right.
or devastated. I'm like, oh, fuck this, fuck this, whatever.
No, see,
Like
I think that's interesting. However, I would rather have him be perhaps related or connected to someone maybe not famous, maybe not
yeah,
so
no, like
tied
like a
with the
like a youngling.
Skywalker saga.
No, like a youngling, like somebody that died in the temple when the clones attacked. Like
Right.
or a Padawan or something like that. Somebody that it hit home that like what somebody needs to stop these motherfuckers
Why
because like
couldn't he be Padme's father? But
there you go.
it was played by another actor in the trilogy.
But I'm just saying, like, I
Right,
mean,
right, right.
it could be
But that would be
something,
cool. That would be cool. That would be cool.
right? So, and then the way he talks to Mon Mothma, he's like, fucking, I don't give a fuck if you're a senator. Like, either you're in or you're out.
Right.
So that means he has like some sort of respect, some sort of like high tier something that he
Right.
knows something about everybody.
Right. Right. And
You know,
his drive to push the rebellion and to push like for things to happen
Yeah.
is
by all
very
means.
right. It's very interesting as well. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to find out what
It-
else, like,
yeah.
he knows.
If he's related to somebody, cool. If he's not, cool. I'm fine. Like
Right.
I'm thoroughly entertained. How many more episodes until this ends?
So this is 12 episodes. So
Oh,
we
5
have
more,
8,
right?
9, 10, 11. Yeah, 5 more. We're going all the way till the week of Thanksgiving. That's the last episode. And so that's why when they release, I'm like, fuck yes, finally. And the fact that this episode, the last 2 episodes are like 50 plus minutes, I'm
Mhm.
like, please, can we just make this a standard for the Star Wars and the fucking Marvel series? 50 plus minutes. It's not that hard.
Or at least
Fuck
like
Marvel. I
make
hope we
it
make this a standard for Star Wars.
yeah,
Yeah.
make it quality storytelling instead
Right.
of the
Right.
instead of that bullshit that you got from She-Hulk. That
That's why you should have been here last week, Kuya.
oh my god, no, like I
yeah. Andor, fantastic stuff.
Yeah. Great.
Um,
I can't rave any more. Anything more about it because it's so great. I can't wait to watch the next episode.
yeah, and I love Mon Mothma. She's playing a role. She's just putting up a front that she's trying to get into mess. She's trying to make trouble in the Senate, but really she's planning other things. She's actually smarter than she seems. So I think that's pretty awesome. And then Andor, I mean, at the end of it, he's pretty much chilling on a beach, getting the nookie.
I'm a tourist.
I'm a tourist.
I'm a tourist.
Fucking K2SO strangles him. I mean, like, fuck you. You're not a tourist. You're
I'm a tourist.
You're a rebel spy. And I like that juxtaposition because the shore trooper was like, you're a part of it. Like, no matter where he goes, he's now feeling like he's always gonna have to look over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Even if he's someone else. And the fucking punishment, 6 years or something like that. Like, what, for fucking speaking out, which he didn't even really do anything. Like, holy shit.
He just said, I'm a tourist.
But it's great because now he's gonna realize, like, this fucking empire has to fucking go.
Yep.
This bullshit's gotta stop. Can't keep having it. Like, fuck this shit. So I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. And it's interesting because unlike Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, that the social media chatter, a lot of people were talking about, you're not seeing a whole lot of people. You're not seeing a lot of buzz or like people. Like, there are people getting turned off with Andor, with the pace of the story, the slow burn. But this is
where's the special effects? Where's the lightsabers?
Where's the lightsabers and blasters and
Where's the pew pew pew? Where's the why are we talking about politics and procedures? The empire is built on procedures and politics.
Yeah, and
policies.
I mean, from the very original film, you've got politics right there.
Jesus Christ.
You've got politics there with the empire when they're talking about the Death Star and the
old religion is dead. Remember?
Yeah, and that's why fucking Vader's like, fuck you.
What is doing, man? That's right.
Bitch.
It was like, old religion?
Strangle a bitch.
It was like, excuse me?
This technological terror that you're so proud of is nothing against the power of the Force, bitch.
This?
You know who the fuck I am? Fucking Anakin Skywalker.
It was that shit. I fuck Padme, bitch.
But fucking Tarkin does, and when Tarkin says, Vader, release him as you.
Fine. He's like, fine.
Should have fucking strangled his balls.
Does Vader have to choke a bitch?
So yeah, that's Andor. Oh, and this coming week on Wednesday, we are getting Tales of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Tales of the Jedi. They are dropping all 6 episodes.
Really?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're very short episodes. They're shorts. They're not
5 minutes a piece.
So the longest episode, if I'm not mistaken, is 17 minutes long.
So it's like the anime. Basically, like shorts.
Yes, it's shorts, which I understand. That's cool. Hey, give me quality over quantity, essentially. And I think we're gonna get just that. And I think this will do well. I'd love to get a Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Bounty Hunters. Maybe get some Boba Fett action, for the Boba lovers out there.
No.
And Cat Bane.
No.
But yeah, Tales of the Jedi. We're getting Ahsoka. We're getting young Count Dooku. Motherfucking Count Dooku will fook you. Mace Windu.
The Dukes, right?
Yeah. And young Qui-Gon Jinn. Fuck, dude. Fucking excited. And this
isn't it weird that young Qui-Gon Jinn looks like fucking Ben Solo a little bit?
I guess.
Adam Driver. A little bit.
If I'm not mistaken,
in the cartoon.
If I'm not mistaken, Liam Neeson is voicing Qui-Gon Jinn, and his son is voicing young Qui-Gon Jinn. If I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. Fans of the Clone Wars, kids, who grew up with the Clone Wars, who are now, much older, will be drawn back to because the animated style is exactly, this is essentially Clone Wars season 8.5, or 9. So I'm really excited for that. And the fact that it's dropping all the 6 episodes, we can easily binge it. We don't have to wait weekly. That's great because they are shorts. So makes sense. So I'm excited. Looking forward to that. And with that, we're gonna go with
Before we do that, I have
Yeah,
to.
go ahead.
Since we're in Star Wars universe, I have to talk to Kuya about this. We talked about our horror movie Star Wars.
Oh yes, yes.
I've reached the galaxy. I went beyond. I think I know what I want to do.
Okay. We'll
It's Lovecraftian because I love Lovecraft.
okay.
I want to do an Abeloth.
Okay. Ooh.
I want to do an Abeloth. Yeah. I've been researching her very well. I gotta do more. I gotta go even into your modern space, but I want to do an Abeloth. I want to do an Abeloth Lovecraftian horror Star Wars.
Interesting.
At the very least, series, because I fall in love with her. Researching her, I'm falling in love with her.
Yeah,
I'd like to be eaten alive I'd like to be fucked
I don't
alive
know. I don't know if you would want to do that.
I do, because I've heard even the most dark, dirty shit that I want to, because I'm just fucked up in the head. So we're gonna do an Abeloth story. Okay. That's where we're going.
Starring Broom Boy, right?
Yeah, Broom Boy has to be the main star because he's gonna be the inciting incident.
Okay, gotcha, got it.
Sounds cool.
God, I love it.
Like Abeloth would be
God, I love it.
like if Abeloth does happen in the Star Wars universe, she would be like Thanos level, like everybody has to join forces.
She's gonna be worse.
I think everybody's will need to join forces, like Sith and fucking light and dark side together, just to try to fight her. Because from what I've read about her, she's way of a badder bitch than Thanos. She makes Thanos look like Peter Pan. Yeah, she's bad. She's in the expanded universe, Mike. She is a meanie.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So we'll
interesting.
We'll see. We'll see what we can think of in that sense.
But I know, excuse me, it's not canon, so we'll make it canon.
Yeah. Speaking of Broom Boy,
Broom Boy.
Rian Johnson has confirmed what's holding back his Star Wars trilogy. So it says here, yes, it is October 2022. This is from Den of Geek. Nearly 5 full years after the movie's release, and we're still litigating The Last Jedi. Love it or hate it, there's no denying that Rian Johnson's second installment in the Star Wars sequel trilogy occupies a unique space in the public imagination, something that cannot be even said for The Rise of Skywalker.
Exactly.
So he does mention that he still plans to do his trilogy of Star Wars movies. He's just not sure when, due to scheduling. Of course, he has his Knives Out, Glass Onion, truckload of Netflix money, coming out soon with that all-star stacked cast. And he's just saying it would break my heart if I were finished, if I couldn't get back in that sandbox at some point, he told Empire in August. The problem, as Johnson sees it, is not funding or intention, but rather, quote, a matter of schedule and when it can happen. So
fuck him. Let him go do The Exorcist with David Gordon Green. I'm trying to do my Abeloth trilogy, so fuck him.
So there you go. I thought it was an interesting update because Broom Boy, he who shall not be named, was mentioned.
Hey, Broom Boy, that scene with Broom Boy with him like doing the force on the broom, like for me, I was like, there is hope in the universe. That's awesome.
You remembered yourself as a child, didn't you, Kuya?
Oh yeah.
When your mom told you,
No,
you're gonna
like
squeak.
Get to that room and broom.
no, like fucking walking in and out of like grocery stores. I'm not the only motherfucker that goes like this. Like to go in and out of the
You
grocery stores.
remember when your mom smashed you over the head with that broom? That's why you're attentive to it.
No, but Mike, right? Like when you walk into the store, like a grocery store with the automatic door.
Yeah, fuck it. Especially now that it's colder, I'm wearing my Jedi hood,
So you just go like, shh.
and I'm using the force to open the door.
Yeah. Like that was the coolest thing to do before even the fucking Matrix. Because now everybody's thinking, oh, you do that because of the Matrix. No, I use it because of the Force, fucker.
The Matrix. When did they use?
Because
you're Neo.
Stop bullets
Oh,
with his
you're
hands,
Neo.
that's
You're
yeah.
Neo.
why.
You can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
After he knew kung fu, he knew how to stop bullets with his hands.
Yeah.
Telling me I can dodge bullets.
Bro,
I'm
I
telling
know
you
kung
when
fu.
you're ready. You won't
know.
have to.
After he knew how to dodge, he just went.
I know
"No,
kung fu.
It's the Neo no bitch meme. Stop.
Yeah. No, but yeah, dude, I'm down to make like a fucking Lovecraftian Star Wars, dude.
I'm in love with Apple. I'm in love with her. Like I
We-
honestly want her to.
We just need
fucking
Mike's
drive.
help, like to create like these fucking Star Wars esque names and shit. Because like I would be like, Dickhead Maloney or something like that. That's what I'm gonna.
Dickhead baloney.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be like, Obi cunt.
Blowjob Johnson.
Right, Obi cunt, come on me. I was just like, I don't know. So it would be something like that.
I'm gonna do my research. I'm like really gonna do my research, especially when they go past the outer rim of the galaxy and really.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm gonna go Alex Jones on this shit and
Yeah.
write.
And
A
Mike,
fucking
remember like what Star Wars, like nobody talks about the outer rim because nobody survives the outer rim.
Exactly. Even I know this. Like, I'm gonna go into my Alex Jones and yes, we're gonna do it, Kuya.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna do it. 'Cause
I'm down.
I don't know if this this makes me a weirdo, but I'm strangely attracted to her, especially with her,
with the vampire teeth and like
small
the
writings with her extended teeth.
Ah, sounds kind of hot.
She is. She's a sexy beast.
Well, send that shit. I want to read that shit.
Real? I figured Mike knew about this already.
yeah, it's on Wikipedia. Like Abeloth.
No, Mike, I'll send you some
Okay.
YouTube videos that I've been researching that has gotten me into this.
There should
From
be
people that know their shit too, like you. So
yeah. There should be an explorer, who discovers her, and then the love interest basically, and his name will be
There we go.
Jonathan Cena.
there we go. Because he's
Right.
even connected
John,
to Luke.
John
She's even
Atan,
connected
right?
to Luke. So
Right, John Atan.
No. Jonathan,
John
I'll suck your
Atan.
dick dry.
And then he has a device that turns him invisible.
Yeah.
That's his only thing.
Like,
Moo,
this
and
is
he'll have
like
the cow beside him. Moo.
Oh
Right,
yeah, when he waves his hand,
to
that's when he goes
activate it.
invisible.
To activate it.
and then he loves rapping. He loves rapping on the side.
Yeah, poetry.
Like,
Poetry. He likes to.
He's a street performer. Yeah.
Well, at least his rapping would be good.
Former thugonomics professor.
There you go.
Well, we'll have to get Bling Bling Buchanan back into that too. So
Oh man.
You gotta have a character with teen angst. How about
yeah.
how about a young Gungan?
No. It's
it'll be young Skywalker.
it's gonna be Broom Boy. He's gonna be the teenage motherfucker.
Yeah.
Thing. I want to choke somebody already. Why can't I choke somebody, Master? I have the Force. I'm strong in the Force, Master. Why can't I choke?
Can I sweep the remnants of the people you just eaten, Abeloth? Yes.
And
Thank
then
you.
Broom Boy discovers he can actually force choke himself, and
Yeah.
he likes it.
I know, and he likes it.
Yeah, he can force choke his dick, so you know that's a whole new level of masturbation.
Right.
Holy shit, dude.
I'm telling you, I'm working on it because I've fallen in love. So
Well, that's
Abeloth.
cool. That's cool.
even with the Luke Skywalker implications that there is in that storyline, so
Mhm.
how she manipulates herself to be Mara Jade, and
Ooh.
we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Because she felt strong in the Force, and
Yeah, she's like she's a bad bitch. She's the Sasha Banks of Star Wars. So
Interesting.
which video did you watch, Pinhead? Was it like Stupendous Wave
dude,
or
I went down the rabbit hole.
Stupendous Wave is pretty
I
good.
watched the video. I watched a video from Star Wars Theory. I watched
Oh,
a
yeah.
video.
Him, he's good. Star Wars series
Yeah,
good.
like he went in depth. I've watched a couple, but Star Wars Theory went fucking full throttle.
Yep.
So
The guy's name is Star Wars Theory, Mike, and just look for his video on Abeloth.
Okay.
So there's one that I have, Abeloth, the Mother, Pure Evil, full story, and that was 2 years ago from Star Wars Theory. For everyone can watch that.
Yeah, I'm looking her up now on Wikipedia. So really interesting because I'm not familiar with her character.
Yeah,
And the only reason why I gravitated toward that is because Star Wars Theory made a fucking declaration about, yeah, this is the most Lovecraftian Star Wars has ever been. I was like, I love Lovecraft. He's one of my heroes. Let's go. And then
Yeah.
so we're doing it. We're doing it.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Well, with that, from a galaxy far, far away, I'm going to pass it on to Pinhead. It's going to review some albums for us. Take it away, Pinhead.
So, Kuya, did you listen to the new Slipknot?
Yeah, there. It
Because
reminded
we can
me.
do this together. Because I'll go ahead.
It's been a while since I listened to Slipknot, and I'm not really familiar with like their the newer stuff that they did. A couple of the songs reminded me of the old version of Slipknot, and then there was like a couple of ones I'm like, what the fuck? Where are they going with this one? So, for me, it was more of a musically, it was nice, but like I don't know where they were going with what they were trying to accomplish in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So, but like the first I want to say 3-4 tracks, I was in it. I was into it because it wasn't too bad. But then like going deep into the other songs, I'm just like, okay, it sounded like the other song. So I was like, okay. So and it sounded like this one song that they had in this other album. So I'm like, okay. I'm not 100% sure if they were just like cashing it in because it's the last album that they'll have in the company. But I mean, it was good. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Slipknot fan, So if people like take my word for it, it was like it was okay in my book. That's fine. But if people thought it was horrible or it was like fantastic, then that's their opinion on the matter. But I personally, I was okay with it. Yeah. What did you think?
I thought, because I'm a diehard Slipknot fan, I love these guys, especially with the tragedy with Joey and all these other things.
Mm.
So for full context, as Kuya just touched on, this is the last album that they are doing with Roadrunner Records. This is it. They're done after this. They are going independent. That makes me interested and somewhat scared, because especially after this album. I will say this is I can't believe I'm sorry, guys. I keep going back to Halloween, but this album is the Halloween 2018 of Slipknot's albums. There is a lot of potential here, and there's a lot of growth. And I'll take that back. There's a lot of failures. There's a lot of misses. This is the Halloween 2018 of Slipknot albums. My favorite album, their hardest album they have ever done. This is a battle between not only Slipknot fans but heavy metal. Their hardest album is Iowa. Iowa is their most brutal, in your face. I don't give a fuck. We don't, because they were in a different headspace then. When they wrote and recorded and made Iowa, they were unrelenting, brutal badasses. A couple of their new albums, like the Subliminal Verses, I don't like, but All Hope Is Gone, I love. We know that they have evolved and progressed. I understand that. Quite honestly, their last album, We Are Not Your Kind, if I'm not mistaken, that album was fantastic because it blurred the lines between really heavy and really not progressive, but what do you call it? Concept album. It is progressive, but conceptual album. It blurred the line between hitting you in the face and then pulling back, hitting you in the face really hard and then pulling back, hitting you in the face and then pulling back. Their new album, The End So Far, which is a very appropriate title, it's not just because they're leaving out from Roadrunner. This is the last of their contractual obligation. This is why they are leaving Roadrunner. Corey has spoken in multiple interviews why they are leaving Roadrunner, why he hates Roadrunner now. Cliff Notes, Corey has said the reason why we're leaving Roadrunner is because they are a shell of their former self. They don't care about creativity. They care about the bag. Kind of like Jason Blum and Blumhouse and what he's done with the last, Conjuring 3 film, the new Halloween movie. This is what Corey wants to get away from, and I respect that. That being said, there are some things in this album that I really love. I really love. I agree with Kuya. The first 3 tracks, Adderall is a little bit of but it hits and ends. The Dying Song, the Chapeltown Rag, bangers. Then we get to Yin, where you go, it's still a good song, but there's some tracks that feel like the old Slipknot, especially with the and the banging of the drum.
Yeah.
Like Kuya, like, and that's why I was glad you came on, because you feel that the mix of the discs, the mix of the banging on the drums, and then we get to Yin where it falters a little bit. Then we get to Hive Mind, and then it really fucking hits again. Warranty is a great song. One song that I think it's the Halloween Kills, and and I hate to keep doing this but they are the horror movie villains of heavy metal. They're so to articulate this better, they are the last of the greatest new metal bands. That there's 3 new metal bands that I love of all time: Slipknot, System of a Down, and Mudvayne. And they have managed to go past the new metal bullshit where it's just new metal. Corn and Limp Bizkit and all these guys, they stayed in new metal. Slipknot, System of a Down, and Mudvayne, and especially System of a Down and Mudvayne, have progressed past new metal, especially if you listen to their newer albums before they broke up. Slipknot is the only new metal band that has progressed, as we see in this album, and has stand the test of time. These guys were number 2 on the Billboard Top 100 albums this past couple of weeks, next to, I don't know who it was, whoever the new rap artist was, that they were the number 1. Slipknot is still number 2. That is a testament to how strong they have been, as they've surpassed new metal.
Mhm.
The problem that I have with this album is Corey Taylor has a side band that's called Stone Sour, and in this album
There you
sounds a
go.
lot of Stone
There you
Sour.
go. That's what.
This album, when I listen to, I don't want to hear. I understand that people hate Slipknot. I really do. And there's a diehard fan, there's a diehard fandom of Slipknot fans that Slipknot can do they're the maggots, like Lady Gaga, who I'm a diehard fan of. The Monsters, they are more aggressive.
Mhm.
The maggots, well, Slipknot can do no wrong. This is a Stone Sour album inside a Slipknot album, and I don't like that. That's what I don't like. It's not that I don't like this album. When I listen to a Slipknot album, I want to hear a Slipknot album. And it doesn't mean that it has to be aggressive all the time, because they've grown, especially with the tragedies that they've had to deal with. But when you hit it on the nose and it sounds like a Stone Sour album, that's the problem. And we really, really get into a Stone Sour album, especially in the latter parts of this album. The first half of this album, I understand they experiment, but they fucking hit you in the head like, oh fuck, this is a Slipknot album. We hear it. And then in the last half of the album, it becomes a Stone Sour album, and I don't like that. I really don't. I understand that people may like that, but I don't. As a diehard Slipknot fan, I don't like the I don't like the Stone Sour aspects of this album. I really don't. I hate it, because this is a Slipknot album. When I listen to Stone Sour, I love Stone Sour. I love that Corey was able to do a side project and actually not make it mediocre. The first album, but Stone Sour has actually become a great band on the side of itself, just like how Pantera and Phil Anselmo went with Down, and he made a great side project with Down. For those that don't know, Pantera was a great groove heavy metal band. And then when they had their troubles, he was really getting heavy on the drugs. He did Down on the side project. Down is still a fucking amazing band. I don't want to hear Down in Pantera, and I don't want to hear Pantera in Down. And this is the problem I have with this new album. This album is not terrible. I will not say that, because anybody that says it, you hate Slipknot. Let's just face it, because there are some Slipknot haters. And you might even hate Stone Sour. The point is that this album could be a great Slipknot album if it wasn't trying so hard to be a Stone Sour album. And the reason why they're doing that is because this album, let's not be foolish. This album is a fuck you to Roadrunner. Because Corey and multiple people, you can go and look up for yourself on YouTube, on Google. You can look up articles where this band is tired of Roadrunner. This is why I said I'm very interested to see what they do when they become independent, but I'm also scared because if they go too far into the Stone Sour shit in an independent label where there's no leash whatsoever,
Mm.
that scares me. But they can also do what Fear Factory did when they left Roadrunner on Archetype and make one of their greatest albums of all time. Fear Factory left from Roadrunner after Digimortal, and I know most of you might not know this, but after Digimortal was a semi-good album like this Slipknot album. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't Fear Factory. But when they went independent for their first album, they made an album called Archetype. And that was the greatest, in my humble opinion, Fear Factory album of all time. It was brutal, but it was melodic and it was beautiful. There was a lot of beautifulness inside the brutality. I love that album. I still have my old CD. It's broken down and I listen to it every day. And when it doesn't work, I listen to it on YouTube. If you don't know it, check out Fear Factory's Archetype. It is one of the greatest, not only Fear Factory albums, but one of the greatest heavy metal albums of all time. I hope Slipknot does that with their next album. But they can also go the way of Parkway Drive and make mediocre pop, which is disguised as heavy metal.
Mm.
I really enjoyed this album. There's some great tracks on here. Like I said, the Dying Song I really loved. One of my all-time favorites on here is Hive Mind. I love that song because it really sounds like a Slipknot song. There are a lot of good songs on here, but there's a lot of Stone Sour songs on here, disguised as Slipknot songs. So I'm not gonna trash it. I really do enjoy this album, but please, guys, in the next album, just give us an Archetype album like Fear Factory did. I will give this a 7 out of 10. That actually, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not terrible. I would even say pick it up because we need heavy metal to come back. And if you can get a vinyl album, which I would love to get, pick it up. But this, especially at not even Iowa and comparing it to Iowa, the Subliminal Verses, this just isn't even as hard or as good as, We Are Not Your Kind, their last album, their very last album. So that's where I'll leave it. It's a Stone Sour Slipknot album. Because even Stone Sour can get very hard, even though they're classified as hard rock heavy metal. So check it out. But for the diehard Slipknot fans, I don't think you guys will love it as much as not just the last album, but especially if you're the Slipknot elitist who, if they haven't been good since Iowa, and you're gonna hate this. But those with an open mind, you will enjoy this film, this album. It's just not as good as the last. It's not even as good as All Hope Is Gone, because All Hope Is Gone is pretty brutal in its beautifulness. So I'll leave it at that.
All righty. So that's pretty much it. But I did want to bring something up interesting here that I came across on Twitter. So Soups himself did
God.
record. He had someone in the theater. So go down a few rows with the camera or the phone pointed at him, recording him in that mid-credit scene.
Stop.
And then
Stop
he's
it.
reacting
Stop
and
it.
he screams his head off, "Let's go!" Now, what's interesting is that the conversation on Twitter when he posted that, because yes, he's allowed to enjoy the moment. However, what someone brought up, which I thought was an interesting question, was that he said, was this a shared theater with the general public? I hope not. Because, and this is just my opinion, but this is incredibly self-entitled and selfish. If this was just you and your peeps, no big deal. But if this was a shared theater, be better. Because the way that
He was not in a shared theater. Please don't tell me that.
it seems like it, because there's a guy up
What
front.
a douchebag.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing. And that's why I'm
Oh my
also
god.
I'm very aware of, like, yesterday, I was quietly fist pumping and
I
like
know.
reacting. But unless someone else screams, I will scream along and I'll be loud as well. But I'm not one to
It's
distract.
different when everybody's like, yeah,
Exactly.
we're
Exactly.
unanimously. But if you're the only douchebag doing it, you should be carried the fuck out.
And then someone even had their flash on. I'm like, bro,
Wow.
come on. First off, this ain't a Batman movie, so we don't need a fucking bat signal here. And I liked in Galaxy Theaters where we saw Black Adam, they had a reminder before the movie finally started that if you're going to text, we have a 4-letter word for you, and it's exit. Get out. Like if you're just gonna text, So, which I was like, hey, that's great. That's a good. You need to. Unfortunately, we live in a society where you have to remind. I mean, before it was, for a while, it was reminding people, even at church, when I used to go to church a lot, they had to constantly remind people to silence their phones before the service began. Same with the movie theater. But now,
that's insane.
But now the standard has changed. It's not silence your phone. It's don't fucking text in a movie theater with your bat signal screen trying to signal for Batfleck to come. I wish Batfleck would show up and fucking beat your ass for fucking shining that bat signal of a cell phone screen, But
did
yeah,
he react? Did he react to what was said or not?
no, of course not.
Fucking.
But look at it. It's on Twitter. And like I said, what was it? It was another podcast as well, if I'm not mistaken, that reacted. So it's meanwhile
podcast.
Meanwhile, back on the podcast. That's who reacted. So I get to what they're saying. If this was with Soups and his closest buddies, hey, they know you. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. But if you're in a public screening with other people there who have no fucking idea who you are, who don't give a fuck about Soups,
I would grab that phone and like shove it up his ass. That's basically what I would do.
So it's
that's also the same difference of the parents that are so stupid. Like when I went to see Spiral, the Book of Saw, and they brought their fucking 5-year-old child to see it, and they were like, "Don't do it, fuckwit. You can't be this stupid."
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not only just because of the noise, but they shouldn't be here.
The one time that I kind of lost my shit in the movie was because I was like, I have a midnight shift, and I got off late, but I was off the that next day, so I decided to watch Attack of the Clones, right? Prequel, Attack of the Clones. So it was just me, and then there's probably like, I want to say 5 or 6 other people. In it was a morning. It was the very first screening, Attack of the Clones. I was like falling asleep because like I was so dead tired because it was I just got done with a midnight shift. What woke me up was the fact that fucking Yoda was walking, doing this, right? And then Dooku was like giving him the business, and then he's like, "Oh, I guess we can't beat each other using the Force. We have to use our lightsaber, right?" And then fucking Yoda threw his cane out, and he says, "Okay, okay, bitch, let's go." And he used the Force to grab it from his little belt, and it fucking spun in his hand and grabbed it like this, and it lit up. So I lost my shit. I woke up and I said, "Let's go, Yoda, kick his fucking ass!" Right? That's what I said. Everybody turned around, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's go, yeah!" And so everybody was like, just like fucking. I was just like, "Oh shit!" Like it was just like an immediate reaction for me, and I was like half asleep because like I was so tired. And for me, that was like the most explosive that I've ever been inside, inside a movie theater like that. Except for the time when I saw Anakin Skywalker, and
Kill the
when
Padawan.
no, uh, the end of
Yippee!
Return of the no the end of Return of the Jedi when I saw Hayden Christensen instead of the actor when I threw the popcorn at or the popcorn bucket at the fucking screen, and then I just walked away. So that was it. Those are the only two reactions I've ever done in movie theaters. But justifiably so, I had to do it. So
I remember when I saw Attack of the Clones first screening, I did not go absent for the whole fucking school year.
yeah, that was the only time, right?
I basically saved and I asked my parents and I told them, "Hey, I'm letting you know because back then when you missed school, if you did school, they'd call your house.
Yep.
So if your parents were home or they left a voice message, your parents would know, hey, you didn't show up at school, right?" So I told my parents. So I did the right thing. And I told my parents, "Hey, I haven't been absent all fucking school." Well, I didn't say fucking, but I was just like, "Hey, I've been good. I have not been absent. I've been saving my absences. I am not going to school today because I'm going to the 9:15 a.m. screening of Attack of the Clones at the movie theater."
Yep.
All right, and they were cool with it. I lined up at fucking 6 a.m. and we saw the movie. When that scene happened, when Yoda walked out, everybody started fucking cheering.
Right.
And when he started jumping and fighting dudes with his lightsaber,
yep, everybody went crazy.
Everyone lost it.
Yep.
So that was awesome.
But you never had anybody like your friends, your somebody from the dude from the whatever say, "Here, grab my, use your phone and fucking take a shot,"
And that's the thing, it's so staged now with what he was doing, and that's what bothers a lot of other people as well. Like you already know this, you knew the scene was happening. It wasn't like someone recorded you.
His overall reactions to Black Adam was like secondhand because like he wasn't there at the premiere.
Right. Surprisingly, I'm surprised.
No, because nobody gave him a fucking ticket because he was a dickhead. Like we're not gonna give you a ticket. Like, who the fuck are you? You're not a reviewer. You're not a critic. You're not.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
You're a Marvel fanboy. Fuck you.
I know. He needs to stop calling himself Soups. Like, that's what I'm getting annoyed already. But the fact
I was about ready to say Kuya's getting offended by
that. Because this is the thing. Fucking, I call Superman Soups. I call him Kal-El. I call him fucking Clark Kent. I call him like everything. I call him Soups. When I talk about Soups, I talk about Superman. I don't talk about no fucking Matt Ramos from LA who fucking has some social clout. No, I don't give a fuck about that dude.
That's what confuses me about you guys that's why I was confused when you guys say Soups, but he always post about Marvel. Like that.
Yeah.
I'm lost in
when we talk about Soups, right? Like when we say Soups, because that's what fucking Green Lantern calls him. That's what Wonder Woman calls him. Actually, no, Wonder Woman calls him Kal-El.
Fucking Batman calls him that shit.
All of these characters that love Superman call him Soups. And the fact that you're using that motherfucking name to have social clout for Marvel.
Well, that's his favorite hero too, Superman.
Get the flying fuck out of here!
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious if you,
I saw his comic book collection. The only fucking Superman that I fucking saw there was the death of Superman, and no fucking fan of of Superman would have that as the only thing that you have.
right?
See my background. See my background. If he gave me this as his only Superman collection, then I'd be like, hey, you know what? Good job.
That's respectable. That's
respectable. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. For those who are listening, Kuya's background is All-Star Superman.
Which is one of the best fucking
one of the best Superman stories. Yes, the
ever.
Animated movie's good too. I really like the animated.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little too
That,
short. It's a little too short.
A dullard in comics. No, even I know that is one of the greatest Superman stories ever told.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If they make this as the third Man of Steel movie,
stop it.
And go like this, you know what? Henry Cavill's done with I would be like this. I would be fucking let's go, Zack Snyder. Go make All-Star Superman. Let's go. Yeah. I would fucking cherish that moment because of the fact that this fucking comic book legitimizes Superman as a fucking like icon forever because of the fact of the shit that he did in this comic book. He knew that, in the comic book, I'm spoiling it for everybody. He knew that within a year he
Are you though?
Oh, spoiled it. I'm not gonna
no, he prepared himself for the inevitable.
It's a brilliant story.
Yeah.
It really is. It's fantastic.
And for me, the best twist ever was the fact that he made Lex Luthor change his fucking mind about Superman. Yeah. The whole entire time, Lex Luthor hated fucking Superman because he's a god. He's this, he's that. He doesn't give a shit about humans. Blah 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 blah. And the mere instant, like when he found out what Superman was, who Superman really was, it changed his fucking mind. Lex Luthor was blown away. He was like, I can't believe he sees this every day. I can't believe he feels this every day. I can't believe he hears this every day. I can't believe all of these things all at once, and yet he still does something amazing. So fuck you, Matt Ramos, aka Soups. Ramos. Get rid of that goddamn moniker because you don't deserve that fucking moniker.
Matt Ramos or Ramos would be the type of guy that would take All-Star Superman and make it into Halloween Ends.
Something like that, yeah. I would.
Yeah, so for those who are curious, All-Star Superman, in case you've never read it, highly recommended.
Please do.
Clearly by all three of us. It was originally released. The series ran from November 2005 to October 2008, written by Grant Morrison and drawn by Frank Quietly. And I just love the image of the first issue of Superman sitting on a cloud.
Oh, so yeah, sitting on the cloud,
looking back,
sitting around.
Looking back at the viewer, at the audience. Yeah.
It's like,
it's so good it made me quit reading comic books. Like no joke. Like I'm done. There's nothing better than this after that.
And the thing is, I wasn't aware of the series when it was going on, but I found it at a trade paperback, and that's how I read it. And I was like, holy shit. Wow.
And the only reason why I know it, for those who, you Pinhead, you don't read comics. I used to, and the guy at my comic book shop used to shove the fucking shit down my throat. I read it, and I never went back to his comic book. I stopped reading comic books after that. This was the plateau.
Wow. Interesting.
It's hard to top.
Yeah,
it really is. Like it's on that Watchmen.
The only time I can
on that Watchmen Alan Moore level.
The only thing I can think of, like in regards to Superman, is Kingdom Come, but that's not really his
book.
book.
Kingdom Come was great. I loved, and I read that too.
But that's not his book.
But it's not even on the same level.
Yeah,
because Kingdom Come is a tragic story. Is a tragedy story about those superheroes. Superman All-Star is like what the best super is, what not just Superman but Kal-El can become. It's just the greatest of what, not just him, but what humanity can be. So they're not even on this. I love both of those. I love both of those comics, but this is on another level. So it's like what it's the optimistic version of Watchmen. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
it is
like
anti-Watchmen.
Watchmen is like fuck. All Star
Superheroes.
Superman
They
is like
suck.
exactly. They suck. They're garbage. All Star Superman is like it's the best of what not just superheroes can become, but what humanity can become.
Yeah.
I love that story.
So
It's one of
fuck
the greatest.
Matt Ramos, man. Fuck you, asshole.
So one more topic: Adam Driver going to Marvel now for Kuya's highly
Hey.
anticipated Fantastic Four. Maybe they should make it Fantastic. They should make it Fantastic Five. They should call it the movie. Call that.
I'm telling you this right now. They need to fucking knock this out of the park because they're one of the more important stories of Secret War. They're one of the more important teams in the Secret War.
X-Men confirmed.
Yeah, X-Men.
Mephisto confirmed.
Mutation.
Mephisto will be played by Borat himself, Sacha Baron Cohen.
But
I go to Earth 616.
Very nice, very nice.
Don't make him sing "Throw You Down the Well."
If Adam Driver does become Doctor Doom, cool. I'm all for it.
Well, some are saying Reed Richards. I'm like, fuck that shit.
His chest is too big to be Reed Richards.
He should play Thing.
He could be Thing.
Like I said,
he could be Ben Grimm. I'm all for that too. But again, if he becomes Sue Storm, I don't give a fuck. Like I said, just tell a good story, please.
And don't hit it on the nose.
The Fantastic Four
Johnny
deserves.
Storm, please don't. Yeah. Please don't make him Johnny Storm. That's on the nose.
Please. The Fantastic Four deserves a good story. Please give them that because without them, there won't be any superhero teams in comics, in movies, in anything. Please.
Like I said in the group chat, he should play the Fantastic Car because of his big ass, wide ass chest.
I know. he does look like a fucking like a Mercedes Benz, don't he?
Yeah.
But if he plays Ben Grimm, I'm all for it. Like I think he can be gruff and whatever, dude. He can be like sensitive. He can be like all of these things. He can be funny. Like somebody younger has to play Johnny.
He can play the robot Herbie from the robot of the Fantastic Four. But like I said, he should be in the character of Marriage Story, the character that he played there, and then Scarlett Johansson, Asia's best leading actress. Oh, yeah. Scarlett Johansson should play Sue Storm, so Adam Driver can be like, "What the fuck?" like as Herbie, the robot.
Yeah, but seriously, the Fantastic Four deserves a good story.
Or I would like to see Adam Driver play Franklin Richards, the son of Reed Richards, and Sue Storm.
But I have a bad feeling he's gonna be fucking Johnny. Like
I hope he gets Doom. I hope he gets Victor Von.
I do too. I hope he does. Like
it's for me, it's either Doom or
my thing is I hope he gets Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
Or he gets Doom. And I would most prefer he get Ben Grimm because his voice is. Let's not pretend his voice is just superb. But it also works out in Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
As the same thing but the only problem with that is he has to have superb writing on the same level as his acting and voice skills. If he has knock it out of the park writing, yes, make him Doom. Please make him Doom because he can do and he can make up for what J.J. Abrams fucked up. As Kylo Ren. He's capable of it. We know this. We know that Adam Driver from his start, even when he was playing Al Cody in Inside Llewyn Davis, his charisma is
Yeah.
off the fucking charts. Put that and his will to act inside of what is good writing. If the writing's terrible, I don't even make him a cameo. Make him Glowbot for all I
Like
care.
to be honest with you, I don't want him as Victor Von Doom like as much as everybody would want to, just because that's well, that's his character as Kylo Ren. He's wearing a
I
mask.
don't
He's wearing a
exactly.
hood.
I agree with you, Kuya.
So
I agree with you 100%, Kuya. But if the writing is good enough, we can't argue with it.
I don't know. I agree.
That's why I brought up that if it's better than J.J. Abrams'
Yeah.
writing,
No,
it won't be Kylo Ren. It'll be everybody in oh, it's Kylo Ren again. If someone's and that's not hard to do better than J.J. Abrams' writing.
I think
He's
Mike could
gonna,
fucking write
he's gonna
better.
knock it out of the park. Just like everybody said, oh fuck, Josh Brolin as Thanos. He knocked it out of the park because of the writing.
Yeah, there's rumors that we may see a cameo from Victor Von Doom in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Who the fuck cares about that?
Because
We're looking for Riri,
in the
man. Riri.
no, in the comic books, he was the one that started the shit between them.
With Namor and
And-
the Atlanteans and Wakanda.
Yeah.
So,
We
but
don't
yes,
care about that, you racist. We want to know about Riri. And, come on.
well, yes, of course, that too.
And
I'm saying-
and then No Woman No Cry. That fucking song.
Yeah. So that's the next big thing coming up pretty soon, in just a few weeks.
Looking forward
God,
to it, man.
I gotta get there somehow because I'm when I saw the trailer, the first teaser, I was like, "This is the best you got, really, really." And then the newest trailer made me like, okay, this is an important film that we really need to see. Like, and Marvel doesn't do those anymore. They don't. They just don't. I'm sorry.
Right.
I know I'm the Marvel basher around here, except for Werewolf by Night. Check it out on Disney Plus.
I still need to check it out. I haven't checked it
Oh,
out.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We already discussed this last week, but this film I actually think is not only gonna be, unless they really fuck it up, it's gonna be an important film, and it's gonna be a fucking fantastic. Because isn't Ryan Coogler still doing this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And that's what that's what I was so impressed with that first trailer. I thought the first trailer
Pinhead
was
and his
fantastic.
hard on for Riri.
Huh?
I know. I don't know why, but I love it.
Riri's character is underage. I'm just letting you know that right now, right? I'm just not telling you that. Like, she's like
Stop
16,
it.
16,
I
15,
know.
16.
We're not talking about fucking her.
And I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
I'm not. I don't love her because I want to fuck her.
Okay. I just wanted
I
to be
love
clear.
her.
I just want to be clear. With that. Like
If I had to really break down this podcast would go another 3 hours, but no, it's not because I want to fuck her, asshole. Like, stop trying to put me in the Batman pedophile.
I mean, you are in the South now, so I'm just trying to, just trying to say, like,
I hate you. Like, I really do. I love you and I hate you.
Yeah, we're not sure if the South is rubbing off on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
No, we
Okay.
ain't doing that. No.
Okay.
We ain't fucking. I ain't fucking my sister, boy. No, we ain't doing that.
But hey, you're gonna get an Ironheart series.
Yep, you're gonna get a
Uh,
series.
I hope so.
Are
I'm
you
all
excited?
for it.
No.
They
Hey,
are filming right now.
They're filming right now, so it's legit.
I know that, and I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, how about
It
that?
might be
Creed
the only
3?
Marvel show that's good. Unlike
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
How about that Creed 3 trailer?
Ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Jonathan Majors, fucking Kang.
I
He's
love
bulked
him,
up.
but
He's
ugh.
Wait,
bulked
so
up.
correct me if I'm wrong. So Creed right now is basically Rocky 1, 2, and 3, right? Like they're trying to tell the story in a different light, because Kane or Jonathan Majors is pretty much Clubber Lang, right? Mr. T's character.
We don't know
Mhm.
yet.
Because hey, that boy, they worked out. Like what those
Well,
guys were like cut.
apparently the film is a mess, and
Oh,
they're because the rights holders hate Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah, that drama.
Yeah,
Oh
so
man.
apparently the new film is a mess,
Oh boy.
and even Michael B. Jordan begged Sylvester Stallone to come into it. This is just what I've heard from, I won't say reliable sources, but I keep my ear to the ground.
I haven't seen 2 yet.
Um,
I've seen
Yeah, I
1.
haven't seen 2 either. I need to see 2.
1 was
two,
good.
one is fantastic.
1 was great. Yeah.
Two is not horrible. It's just it's not obviously our man Black Panther doing it. Two is fine, but three, from what I've heard, has gone off the fucking rails. And Michael B. Jordan is doing from what I've heard,
Best he
Michael B.
could.
Jordan is doing the best of what he can do. He's even asked Stallone to come back, and the rights holders are like, "Fuck him." The right, I don't know if the rights holders are with the actual right, the Weinstein, Akkad, Blumhouse rights holders. They hate Sylvester Stallone, from what we've heard.
Interesting.
And
And
that's even out in the atmosphere. Like even Mike knows this. Like that's out in the atmosphere. Like they don't like Stallone.
right. And Michael B. Jordan directed this. Is this his first
Yes, he
directing gig?
did.
I think
This
this is
is
his first film, right? That he
his first major directing gig.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I feel sorry for him because he's a talented artist all around, and
Yeah.
he's being he I'll just say nicely, he's fighting an uphill battle. So I'm still
Okay.
gonna see Creed 3 because I love the first two films, especially the first one. The first one was fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
The second one wasn't as bad as that. The second one was actually really good, especially bringing my boy, Dolph Lundgren back, because I love Dolph Lundgren. He's the only real Punisher.
Ah,
But
ah.
no, seriously, like Dolph Lundgren, bringing him back and just renewing that rivalry with Ivan Drago and his son, and that was when Stallone was still involved. Stallone is not involved whatsoever, except for in a producer credit where they flash it really. If you even watch the trailer, they flash it real quick that Stallone is a producer. That's it. He has nothing to do with this film other than the producer credits.
Right. The first time he's not appearing in a
Exactly.
Rocky related film, which is
Exactly.
wow.
And that's because of the rights holders who they don't like him and Stallone don't like them. I think Stallone hates them even more. So, that's where we're at.
Yeah. Well, all righty.
Hopefully it does great because I love Michael B. Jordan, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, that's coming March 3rd, 2023. 3
Yep.
23.
And before we wrap up, I just want to say real quick, Terrifier 2, check it out. If you can find it, check it out because it's one of the most brutal, violent, it's one of the best sequels I've seen in a long time. It's better than Halloween Ends. Much better. It is absolutely brutal. And it's actually a good storyline for, a 2 hour and 10-minute film that should not be a 2 hour and 10-minute film. So there you go.
All righty. Well, that's pretty much the show. Hope you all enjoyed it. Happy birthday again, Pinhead.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Birthday, man.
Great having you back. So, till the next episode, thank you guys for listening or watching. And let us know your thoughts if you got to check out Black Adam or any of the albums that Pinhead reviewed. Oh, right now I'm listening to Taylor Swift's latest Midnights. So
Check out some Blackpink. I'm getting on that bandwagon. So
there you go.
Well, it's a slippery slope, Pinhead.
Yeah,
I know.
Just be careful. Just
That-
be careful.
that pink venom. You might
Taste
just
that
That's the
pink.
only one I
Taste
had.
that pink.
I'm on the shutdown. You know,
Dun,
shutdown.
dun, 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 it's a shutdown.
Shutdown.
Wiggle, wiggle,
Nice.
wiggle with it.
Alrighty, thank you guys for listening. Stay safe out there. Until next time. See
Hey.
ya.
Bye, guys.